Here are 10 bizarre genetically mutated animals. If you thought your pet was weird, wait till you get a load of these things.
Number 10.
When Zoran Poparik from Croatia noticed one of his goats just gave birth to an 8-legged kid, he had to call his neighbors over to make sure he hadn't lost his damn mind. I'm surprised he didn't call his therapist instead. What makes this case even creepier is the fact that the little guy had both female and male organs. On the bright side, that sort of thing is very trendy these days. Maybe it'll end up on TMZ or even make the cover of Vanity Fair. Local veterinarians believe that the baby goat must have absorbed its twin while still in the womb. In this case, when it comes to survival of the fittest, it looks like we have ourselves a draw.
Number 9.
This is Henry the Hexapus. Through a unique form of genetic mutation, Henry only has 6 tentacles as opposed to the usual 8 in a normal octopus. So wait, does that qualify him for a handicapped parking space? Only seems fair, right? He's currently located at Blackpool Sea Life, an aquarium located in Wales. Not exactly the most exciting place for something as unique as Henry, but rather than being considered a lesser octopus, Henry's condition is scientifically classified as a mutation. By that logic, we could potentially see him in a new X-Men movie.
Number 8.
Here, we have ourselves an adorable freak mutation called squittens. Squittens are essentially kittens with a mutation called radial hypoplasia, or RH, in which the development of their front paws is stunted, forcing the kittens to move and behave like squirrels. The effect of this mutation basically makes them look like adorable little Pixar animations of themselves.
Number 7.
Meet Wee. Wee is a 2-headed albino black rat snake with both female and male organs. Now, I don't use the term freak of nature very lightly, but the fact that its very existence as an albino snake is a direct contradiction to the name of its own species of black rat snake. Kinda makes you think twice. Not to mention the fact that it's got 2 heads in both genders. It's easy to see what all the hype is about after finding out that it was sold for $15,000 when it was just weeks old. And it was almost auctioned off for $150,000 back in 2006. If that snake belonged to me, I'd give that creepy thing away for free.
Number 6.
This next little cutie is famously known as Faith, the 2-legged dog. Originally born with 2 partially developed front legs, Faith was hopeless and doomed. Her own birth mother even tried killing her. Luckily, she was found by a 17-year-old named Reuben Stringfellow, who had Faith's 2 weak front legs amputated. Nice one, Reuben! Amputation? Hell of a first impression you're making with man's best friend. All jokes aside though, the surgery was proven effective and Faith has now learned to stand, walk, hop, and even run on her 2 hind legs. Although she looks like an absolute dingus running around like that, she was appropriately blessed with the second lease on life. Running around looking like a constipated kangaroo is a small price to pay for getting to live a long, happy dog's life.
Number 5.
It's difficult to not cringe at this next listing, since not only is Froggy a 3-headed frog, but he also has 3 damn legs! This unique mutation makes Froggy appear to look like 3 normal frogs standing on top of each other. And if you really want to get weird about it, it actually looks a lot like a frog threesome. And the worst part is, with its 3 pairs of weird frog eyes, it's basically making direct eye contact with you at all times. Some believe he's a product of the effects of a decommissioned nuclear power station in Somerset, England, located just 12 miles away. So the important lesson to take away from this is, do not raise your kids in Somerset.
Number 4.
Kenny the White Tiger is a goofy looking fellow with a pretty dark history. He's a product of an owner's desire to breed a white tiger, as they don't naturally exist in the wild. The only way of producing them is basically by inbreeding. In turn, Kenny and his brother Willie were born with a long list of birth defects and deformities, most noticeably being Kenny's strong facial resemblance to a pug. So as regal and majestic as tigers naturally are, don't be surprised if you see this little guy walk headfirst into a wall or 2.
Number 3.
Frank and Louie is the names of a single cat with 1 head, 2 faces, and 3 eyes. It suffers from a mutation called diprosopia, or cranial duplication, which causes the affected animal to have 2 faces on just 1 head. If this cat were around in ancient Egypt, it would practically be a demigod. In case you're wondering, the cats share 1 brain and only eat with Frank's face, since Louie's has no lower jaw. But on the bright side, they must collectively have 18 lives, which is probably a lot more than what Louie actually needs.
Number 2.
Stumpy the 4-legged duck was born on a farm in the UK with 2 extra non-functioning legs. His mutation basically makes him resemble a real-life bath toy. But as the previous mutations have shown, cuteness always has some form of darkness to it. In Stumpy's case, complications led to both his extra hind legs getting amputated, leaving 2 little stumps. Luckily, now he doesn't have to run around the farm looking like a Tex Avery cartoon. And now for number 1 bizarre genetically mutated animal. For more videos, subscribe here. This super dog has a genetic condition where he produces an insufficient amount of myostatin protein, leading to abnormally huge muscles in not just dogs, but other animals too. But it's most often seen in whippets, which is odd since a whippet breed is especially known for being skinny. Kinda like that scrawny nerd in high school who got richer and buffer than you. Breeders used to intentionally breed dogs with this condition regardless of its harmful effects on the animals. Now if only there was a way to apply this to our kids. As you can see, these dogs are no joke. They remind me of that token gigantic buff dude in the prison yard you see in movies that you definitely don't want to with, since ironically, they can make you their bitch. Be sure to check out our 10 botched celebrity plastic surgeries by clicking here.
For better.